I've got the smallest S45 pistol in 457 in the world, and today's the day we test this new sniper optic with these extended mags. What is up, guys? MACABESPEED coming at you. Great update today on the smallest S45 pistol that currently exists to my knowledge. This is the M50 pistol small tank with the smallest S45 457 barrel that you can purchase. As seen in an episode earlier this week, we have brand new sniper compact optic from Thomas at Bluegrass Big Bore Air Guns. I went ahead and added that rear buffer tube type tank to it, and it's still got that good balance that a pistol should. However, now I can shoulder it and really kind of get on target a little bit better than just the dot. Last week we saw that this package will absolutely chooch all the way through an entire magazine, 6 full shots without this rear tank. Now, I'd like to go ahead and see if we can get 2 magazines out of a full fill with the rear tank, as well as extract some serious accuracy, even though the barrel's so stumpy. It's absolutely frigid out here today, 31 degrees, but I've got a 4,000 PSI fill and an empty magazine. As much as people hate it, I'm absolutely going to use the most frowned upon ammunition in this test. Lucky 7 Air Ammo 200 grain hater makers are the most accurate rounds for this rifle that I have ever tried. People talk so much shit because it's not an approved ammunition, but for me personally, in my guns, I have had good accuracy success, which is my goal today. I don't know why people have such a problem with me putting this ammunition in my gun. It's my gun. At the end of the day, if I throw it in the ocean, it's still my gun, right? It chambers. That's the other part of it, like, right? It actually does work. I don't have to mess with it or poke at it or prod at it. It just absolutely chambers with no help. Aiming at the center, just gonna be that top circle. Okay, we're gonna bring it up. Pull up on the turret to unlock your scope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, not that many. Up more. This much up. Better. Locked out. That's the full magazine. We're still at 3,000 PSI. What do I do here? Do I chance it and break the gun early in the episode? No, no, no. I think I'm also preemptively going to have a couple extra magazines staged for us so that I can go ahead and at this point at least see if we can get through 2 magazines on one fill. I mean, I'm at just under 4,000 PSI after that top up from the cold. It sounded very loud and awesome. Go right with it. Not much. Please feed it the secondary magazine. Bottom target. So now what we saw there as far as the wider group than we previously saw with the hater makers is we switched back to an approved ammunition that was formed by Jim strictly for the purpose of not jamming and getting lead down range. Hollow skirt 155 grain from Jim absolutely under almost any circumstance will feed and spit jam free, which is why a lot of people defer to them. However, at least in this small stumpy barrel, they're not proven to be the most accurate round for me. Having said that, Jim's hollow skirt are the only rounds that are approved for these extended magazines, so you gotta look at it. Mac is saying, hey, they might not be the most accurate, but they run the best that I can physically think of, you got to take it into consideration. Now, the other thing I want to really go ahead and iron out for you guys is this magazine here has been loaded for a period of months. This is the exact same magazine that I did show you guys on the last live stream, and it's been fully filled with 22 rounds for the duration. Today, come hell or high water, I'm putting this in this gun because this one runs the best out of all the ones I own in my collection. And we're going to see whether or not the test of time is going to work with these mags. Oh, just a note, update by the way. Last episode, this was leaking terribly from the fill port. This time, absolutely no leaking. Why? It was an easy fix with one O-ring. Took me like 5 minutes. 3,600 PSI is all I'm going to get to in the sub-freezing Arctic temperatures out here. So, is this going to work? Or is this going to fail? Middle target, but I'm effectively looking for the bang, not the impact. Wow. Wow. So that was actually moderately successful. Overloading the magazine to the 11 round point instead of using the agreed upon 10 that I actually manufactured these for, got all the way through the magazine with no jams in the final 10 rounds, no help, tiny tanks. Okay, let's unpack what just happened. These mags are rated for 10 rounds apiece. I just had 11 rounds. The first one I had to love bump it. The final 10 shots, I had to do nothing but squeeze the trigger, and it absolutely had the spring tension to spit out every single round after months of attrition and spring fatigue. These are still adjustable. So even though we had a little bit of a hang up, we could have given it more or less tension depending on what we needed. I think we just hammered this out. I've got to go ahead and prove this again for you guys. Top the rifle back up, flip this bitch back over, and see what we get with the other side. I'm excited. This is a success for me. I don't know, let's go again. Work or die. That one worked really good. I didn't have to touch that one. Please work. This thing absolutely just spit thunder 11 times in a row with no help or hang up whatsoever. It did so from the smallest barrel and smallest tank setup that is currently available for this platform, and every single time it reset that trigger and allowed me to spray hate the next time successfully. God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I absolutely cannot be more happy with this little setup. Between the optic, between the laser, between the rail, between the compactness of the entire package and how smooth it all runs and works together, this little thing gives me the fizz. Absolutely 100% my favorite S45 by far in my collection, especially seeing that I'm able to get those small fist-sized groups when I use accuracy-based ammunition. This is my pressure after all those rounds hit the target. All right, guys, I think it's gonna be a great place to go ahead and end this absolutely explosive and eye-opening S45 episode. But if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. You want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the channel as well as when these videos come out. If you really like this video, make sure you share it so that somebody else can see it. And I'll catch you boys in the next one.